Whoa, 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 whoa. I had to pick the microphone up. I had to put the microphone up here so y'all can hear me. Can you believe this? The Giants, the Giants traded Kadarius Toney. The Giants traded Young Joker to the Chiefs for a third and a sixth. I can't say I was expecting this. I was excited for him to come back. I was excited for him to come back. Part of me had given up. Part of me had said it's probably not going to work out here. He can't stay healthy or he doesn't want to play here. Part of me said that. But part of me is just like, this dude can have until the end of this year to step up and be that same Kadarius that he was last year against the Saints or last year against the Cowboys. He's got all of the potential in the world, but it didn't work out. Didn't work out here, and I can say it didn't work out because he got traded. He got traded. Um, man, I don't know if all the off the field stuff were true about him not being motivated, about him laying down and not taking it serious when he was asked to stretch. But he's traded a year and 7 games after he's drafted. Basically, a year and a half after he's drafted, he's traded for a third and a seventh, a third and a sixth. I just can't. I can't say I saw this coming. I thought he would get into the end of this year, and if he didn't step up by the end of this year, he'd get traded. But it seems like it just wasn't gonna work out here. Um, I can't say I'm happy about this. I'm happy we got a third round pick at least because that's what some guys get for like Pro Bowl level receivers. So we got a third round pick and a seventh round pick. So happy that we got that for him. But I really feel like at the end of the day, when they look back, the player that we draft with this third round pick and the player that the Chiefs are getting in Kadarius Toney, I think Kadarius Toney is miles above better. I think as soon as he steps foot on the field and he's able to pick up this playbook, the Chiefs offense goes from here, which is high, to way up in the air, to where you can't even see the line, because Kadarius Toney is Tyreek Hill, and I know people say everybody's Tyreek. When I say he's Tyreek Hill, I'm saying you can use him exactly like you use Tyreek Hill in that offense. Doesn't have that blazing speed, doesn't have the 4.2. I don't know what Tyreek ran, but doesn't have fastest player in the league speed. But he's probably about 85% of Tyreek Hill's speed. And then he's a guy that's elusive in the open field. So giving Patrick Mahomes a guy like that you can get the ball to in open space and he's going to make everybody miss. And the guy, every time he touched the ball for the Giants, he ran for like 20 yards. He never goes down after the first two people are there. So this is insane to me that the Giants would give up on this talent. The only thing I can think of is that he had to really just not be bought in. He had to have been really just convinced that he's not going to, he's not going to contribute to the Giants. There had to be some serious clashing to give up on a talent like this. Yes, I know he needs to do some more development as a route runner, but this guy in the NFL is this guy in the NFL makes NFL guys look like high schoolers. NFL guys look like high schoolers. And I think the Giants, we obviously are heading in the right direction without Kadarius Toney, with him being injured. We were obviously winning games, obviously getting things done, but I think he could have added an extra layer to this offense. And I just made a video yesterday saying that the Giants needed to trade, that the Giants didn't need to trade for a wide receiver because Kadarius Toney is coming back soon. And if I look up Spot Rack to see what's going on with these contracts, if I look up Spot Rack and see what's happening with Kadarius Toney, I want to see what his dead cap number is. What his dead cap number is, because it has to be fairly high. He's already worked his way off of the roster out here. But we traded Kadarius Toney, so let's see. Third round and a sixth round pick. I want to see what his salary is on the Giants, and if we clear it up any cap space by trading him because his dead cap number isn't there. I don't see it. Don't see it at all. I don't think he has a dead cap number for us. So looking at the 2022, the Giants are still 200 and the Giants have $3.3 million in cap space. So that's what they're looking at as far as cap space goes. We'll see if they're going to trade for another wide receiver. But I do think that you're crippling your reinforcements that you could have had coming back this year at wide receiver. You're crippling that. Because if KT could have came back, played 5 or 6 games towards the end of the season, we pick up some steam, I think that would have given us a plus on offense. But now it's just Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton or bust. And again, it just had to have been something where Kadarius really did not mesh well with this coaching staff. We heard that he's a hard worker from everybody, but we continue to see him be healthy at times and not healthy most of the time. But we continue to see him be healthy at times and still not be able to get on the field and still not be used in more than like 5 or 6 plays. So I wish I could be a fly on the wall to know what happened there. I'm sure Kadarius Toney is probably happy. Patrick Mahomes tweeted out he's happy, he's excited. This dude is going to be electric for him. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to be electric for him. I'm just hoping that the Giants are going to use this 3rd round pick to package it with another pick to get a receiver at this point, because I wasn't thinking that, but just to get rid of a talent like this without a plan is nuts to me, unless there's literally something that I said I don't know that he's done or that he hasn't done that just makes him a player that you have to move off of. I can't see what that could have been. I have no idea. Maybe the stories, like I said, of Jordan Renan, where everybody's jogging in practice and Kadarius Toney's just laying down on the ground and not really listening to what the coaches are saying. Maybe that report is real, but I just know even if the report is real, he's going to kick it into gear and he's going to be a ridiculously unstoppable force with Patrick Mahomes throwing that dude the ball and Travis Kelce in the middle of the field and Juju Smith out there. I know this dude is going to make Giants fans sad until we can replace what he could have been. And I think he could have been, a top 5 receiver in the NFL, and he still could be for the Kansas City Chiefs with that skill set, because the ability to make everybody on the field miss is literally, I don't think there's anybody else in the league but Lamar Jackson that can do what he can do. Lamar Jackson and Saquon Barkley and Kadarius Toney are in a league of their own, in my opinion. So, wow. We traded Kadarius Toney. Huge talent. Didn't work out here. Didn't really ever get to see the dude spread his wings and play here. I wish him all the best. I know some Giants fans are going to hate this trade. I know some Giants fans are celebrating. They hated every second of him being here as a Giant. Either way, his career as a Giant is over. He's in Kansas City. I think he's going to really do well there. And hopefully Joe Schoen has a plan for how he's going to get a bona fide number 1 wide receiver in here, because the only guy we had that could be that was Kadarius Toney, I think. So, again, you guys let me know what you're thinking about this trade. Huge news. I usually don't stop in the middle of the day at work to make something, but I had to get this video out. Guys, let me know what you think.